Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. I'm going to be talking today about something that I alluded to a little bit in the video I did, kind of marking my comeback recently, where I talk about the future of the channel and talked a little bit about some of the comments that I get and how they really inspire me to kind of keep going and do more videos. And I promised you that I would talk about at least one of them, and that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to be basically telling you guys about one of the videos that I did quite a while back. It was, I think, about 3 years ago or a little more than that, and it was about protein deficiency in India. And this was a video that I did, and I put a lot of effort into it. It's a very long video, and it goes through a lot of different studies and articles and all this kind of stuff. So I spent quite a bit of time preparing for that. I mean, it was probably several, it was multiple hours spread across several days before I was able to kind of collect everything, collect all my thoughts, put it all together, then doing all the editing and everything else. So it was quite a bit of effort, a lot of hours put into that. And I put up that video, and I mean, I don't know what the view count on it is, but it's not very high. It's like a little over 100 views. And I remember at times thinking like, man, I put in all this effort, and you really think like this video is a really great video. I put in a lot of effort. I'm very proud of it. Like, I'm really proud of the effort I put into that video, and I think I provide really good information. And then it doesn't get that very many views, especially right at the beginning. It didn't really get too many views. I think it even took a while just to even reach the 100 mark, and then go over that. And it's pretty much stagnated. It hasn't really gotten too many views since then. But here's the kicker. So I put up that video about 3+ years ago, and then like a year ago, I got a comment, which I didn't even notice for a long time, because as you guys probably know, I was basically almost off of social media for almost a year of 2022, 2022. Yeah, pretty much like last year, I basically wasn't on YouTube or anything. So anyway, it took me a while to even see that comment and to reply to it, but then I did reply to it, and I want to share the comment with you guys, because this is really kind of like what it's about. I make very little money on my YouTube videos. It's like kind of laughable at this point, but that's obviously not why I'm doing this. That's not why I started the channel. That's not why I'm doing it. And so this comment is really, like driving home the point for me of why I do these videos. So I'm just going to read it to you guys. It was from a person called Roshan. Roshan says, "Such a wonderful video. You really cleared a lot of my confusion and doubt regarding proteins. Being an Indian, I always have this doubt, am I protein deficient? My mom's grandmother died a couple of years ago at the age of 116, and she was vegan her whole life, mostly eating wheat, rice, pulses, vegetables, lived a good life living in a village. As per the media, if Indians are protein deficient now, even when we can afford eggs, chickens, whey protein easily as compared to past, how come our ancestors lived completely normal life? Everyone on the internet would be like 1 gram of protein per pound of weight and no plant-based protein, as they are not complete. So I was in this situation where, since I don't eat much non-veg, how do I complete my protein requirement? And as I was watching your video, I used chronometer, and guess what? My protein value came out to be 80 grams for today on a completely vegetarian, completely veg diet, with every amino acid being at almost 200% or more. I can't tell you how relieved I am feeling right now. Thanks for the great video." So, I mean, I replied to this, and then I got a follow-up reply. This was a while after, obviously, because it took me a long time to reply to the first reply. And they say, "No problem. You're busy, man. Going through all these studies is not easy. It's been 1.5 months, and my life has changed completely thanks to your video. I got to know what vitamins and minerals I was getting enough and what was deficient. I have optimized my diet, and I lost 3.7 kilograms till now, which I struggled to lose since my college days. And yes, I know how much I had to search before I got your video, but it was all worth it. Thanks to you, I got to know this chronometer app. Keep up the good work. We need more people like you on this planet." So, I mean, that just made my day. I mean, you guys have no idea how good that kind of makes me feel when I read these kinds of things. And I have other videos too where I've gotten similarly, positive responses, but this one just really kind of stuck in my mind, and is the one I was thinking of when I was, telling you guys during the run walk that I was doing in the woods in that other video. And basically, I just, I want to reiterate a couple things here with this video. This isn't to like pat myself on the back. It's not like, oh, I'm so wonderful, like look at this comment I get. It's more just explaining to you why I keep trying and why I keep putting out videos. Sometimes I do put up videos that have very, very little views, and I'm fine with that, and I'm okay with it, because I know that occasionally, the 1 or 2 people that like that video really clicks for, like it really, really clicks for, and it's worth it. If I just get one of these, like, this already makes it worthwhile. Like the 500 plus videos, like if this is the only thing I ever got out of all of them, it would still be worth it. And I really feel that. I really feel strongly about that. And I think, this goes back to kind of some previous videos I've talked before about positive mental attitude and, kind of like working for our dreams and not just thinking that they're just going to happen. Like these are important things, and these little milestones along the way and these little things that make us feel good, like they really help sustain us on this long journey of like what we're doing. This channel obviously means a lot to me. I've put a lot of effort into it and a lot of time, and I hope that I'm going to be able to put in a lot more effort and a lot more time going forward as well, because I really believe in this message. I'm trying to help as many people as I can by putting out this message. And I think like one of the first early day videos that I did, 5+ years ago, it was about, how to reduce your risk of dying from heart disease and cancer. It was basically, the culmination of a presentation that I put together for my coworkers back when I was still, working as an IT guy and a project manager. And I was like super excited about being vegan at that point, and really, really inspired by the, all the things I was learning about, like the health consequences of a plant-based diet. And I wanted to share that with as many people as I could. And I put together this presentation, and I had a bunch of coworkers who were asking me all sorts of questions, and I presented it to them. So I had probably like, I don't know the exact number, probably like 15, maybe 20 people in the room. And I booked out like a, conference room at work, and like one of our breaks, I was there, and I just kind of like put together this presentation, and I gave it to people, and I just felt really good and really inspired. And then that's pretty much what I do in that video, is that presentation. And I just remember thinking like man, just having like the 20 people in the room, it was so incredible to have that many people interested and like excited about it, and going off, and then hopefully doing more research and reading. And I'm not saying any of those people in particular became vegan, but I did have at least one coworker that I know of that basically became a vegan after I did, and after I started, telling him about these kinds of things. And you never know the impact you have farther down the road, and that ripple effect of like how many of those people talk to other people and get change, made in the world that way. And the really cool thing was that when I was doing these videos early on, like I say, I had that experience of talking to people in person in a room and seeing them, and getting the immediate feedback and the questions and replying, and people following up afterward and coming to my desk and talking to me about things like this. And I don't remember who it was, but somebody in early days when I was on YouTube, like somebody said almost the same thing, that don't ever feel bad about like putting up a video and it only reaching 100 people, only reaching 75 people, only reaching 20 people, only reaching 15 people. Like equate it back to the, the old days of like face-to-face conversation and interaction. And imagine if there were 75 people in a room, like in a conference hall, listening to you. Think back to like if you were in school, like I went to college, like some of the lecture halls, we probably had like 100 people sitting in some of the bigger lecture halls. Like that's a big audience, man. Like if you can talk to 100 people, if you can talk to 70 people and they're actually listening, like, if 5 people in that room are listening intently, and like you're going to make a change in even just one person's life, that's a huge achievement. That's awesome. So you should never feel bad about like, I put up this video, or I put up this thing, or I went and did this activism, or I only handed out this many leaflets or flyers or whatever. Like you don't know, man. Maybe that one person who was engaged and interested and had a question that you answered well, like you may spark that change in them, and that could do it. So this comment to me was just like, wow, like this is it, like this is exactly why I'm doing these kinds of efforts, and it works. And I'm going to keep doing it to the best of my ability as far as I can. And I encourage everybody, like I told you guys in the video about the positive mental attitude, that like, you want to be the change in the world that you want to see. You don't want to just wish and hope that something's going to come along and fix things or change the world. Like, we need to do it. I've talked about this in many other videos too, where I talk about voting and, how like these politicians aren't here. They're not going to save us. They're not here for us. Like all of the people in power, man, unfortunately, they're not there to, to fix things and make things better for you and me and everybody else. They're there to, serve themselves and their rich cronies. And it's a very disconcerting, kind of uncomforting thought that this is the case, but this is the way I see it. And in some ways it's a little bit, liberating, because you let go of this almost like, quite frankly, this naive, infantile, like hope and wish that like somebody's just taking care of things and somebody will do it. And it's like, well, that somebody is you. You can do it. You can do things. You can make things better. And there's the whole thing of the butterfly flapping its wings, causing a tornado or whatever. Like, we have the ability to affect change around us. And if you change one person, that person can change somebody else too. And it's not an ego thing. It's not like, oh, I've changed this many people and then that person changed it, so I'm responsible for it. It's not an ego thing. It's an encouragement thing. Like, I want you to think that you have power, you have ability, and you have the capability to affect change. So that's really what this video is about. So I hope you guys are well. If you have your own story, similar to this, please do share it. I'd love to read it, and I'm sure the other viewers would love to see it as well. And I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That is a big help to me as well. I see, like, in the analytics, I've been poking around lately in the YouTube analytics, and most of the people who watch my videos are not actually subscribed. So it's kind of funny. Like, I think I have some really small number of subscribers who watch my videos. It's like 5% or something like that. So anyway, if you are watching this and want to subscribe, that's a big help. And help share the message and spread it with your friends. And let me know if you're out there doing things, activism, whatever. Maybe I can share it, or I'll post it in the community section, and we'll help each other. All right, see you guys. Bye.